All right. Well, good morning. My name is Ted Clouser, host of Win the Minute, Win the Day, the show that focuses on bringing hope to the chaos. Today, I am super excited about my guests. I have a Razorback superfan, Canaan Sandy, and his mom, Ginger, on the call with me today. Canaan was born in the summer of 1982 with a hole in his heart, intestinal blockage, and no hearing. 2 days later, his parents were told that he might have Down syndrome, or, as Ginger prefers, be forever young. Canaan survived to create a life that few would pity. The Cave City native is a Razorback superfan who, over several years, has developed a fan base all of his own. 15,000 followers on Twitter, by the way. Canaan and Ginger travel hundreds of miles to Razorback games almost every weekend of the year, a tradition they've had for most of Canaan's life. His unwavering support of Razorback athletics has charmed players, coaches, and fans alike. He has become a leader within the Razorback Nation. Born with an unending list of medical issues, Canaan quickly dropped from 7 pounds to 5. He underwent his first surgery at 5 weeks old, and 4 weeks after that, his parents took him to his first Razorback game. Ginger and Danny admit to taking him to Fayetteville for the season opening football game that September because they couldn't find anyone else brave enough to stay with him. Ginger was prepared to have to sit in the car with him if he got too hot or started fussing. But much to her and Danny's surprise, Canaan did well. Little did they know that the stadium would become Canaan's second home and the people within it his second family. Welcome to the show, Canaan and Ginger. It's an honor to have you.
Oh, it's our joy.
I miss you,
Ted.
Ted. Stop that.
All right. Well, Canaan, let's just jump right in. What's your approach to personally waking up with a go win the day attitude?
Oh, it's awesome. It gave me.
He's talking about when you wake up every day.
Yeah.
What makes you happy?
Well, I think I'm gonna be happy because Oxford is very good sport. Because Oxford is very good baseball game. Next hits.
It was a pretty.
It's awesome.
It was a pretty amazing basketball season this year, wasn't it?
Yes. Guess what happened? Oxford, my coach for the must mean that he is good for me. Far better teammates.
Yeah.
Did you see last night?
It's kind of hard not to wake up
said he
happy.
signed a new agreement. So Musselman's staying. Musselman's staying with us for sure.
Well, we didn't have any doubt.
Yeah, we are.
We didn't have any doubt.
That's great news, isn't it?
We knew he was ours to stay.
Yep.
I think he knows he's loved and respected here, and has the ability to win at his height.
No doubt, he's proven that for sure. No. Well, Canaan, you were enshrined into the ESPN Hall of Fame in 2013. What was that like?
Right.
We actually got the award trip and the last of May, 2014.
Okay.
So it kind of seemed like it was 2014, but who got to go to New York?
Well, New York, my friends up there.
He got to go to 2 Broadway shows.
2 Broadway shows.
Wow.
I love it.
We got to spend 3 days in New York. At a very upscale on 42nd Street.
Yep.
Room.
Nice.
And we just walked the streets. We got a pass to do the tours, and we jumped on the bus and did the tours every day for about 4 or 5 hours a day. And on the 3rd day, we decided, yes, let's go to the Statue of Liberty. I know there's a lot of people standing out there. So we went to the Statue of Liberty, and we did the tour and everything. Got back on the ferry to cross, and somebody said, "Is that Canaan Sandy?" And so I didn't turn around, but the lady with us turned around and said, "I'm sorry, did you say Canaan Sandy?" And she said, "I'm sorry, but I'm just wondering, is that Canaan Sandy?" And she said, "Well, yes, it is." And they said, "We know Canaan." And then we got in an elevator, and the people behind us started calling the hogs, and we had no clue.
I love
and that
it.
was it. And that was in 2000. I know 2014.
14.
Wow,
So,
that sounds amazing.
So that was crazy. And that probably was all because of ESPN. They did a wonderful job promoting the fan Hall of Fame and Canaan. And so then we took a limousine to Bristol, Connecticut, and got to stay in Bristol with the ESPN campus for 2 days. And Hannah Storm actually was the MC for the induction ceremony. And that was Canaan's favorite commentator.
Hannah Storm's your favorite?
Yes. They're all time.
Of all time. I love it. Well, that sounds like an awesome story, and it kind of makes me think, what's another great story you can share of just where something awesome happened to you that really sits back and is a good memory?
Oh, yes.
How about getting a car?
We got a famous car. We got Hog Ford.
We got the Hog Ford car. Was given
it's
to
awesome.
Canaan
See this
by Fletcher Dodge 2 years ago, and what a thrill it was to receive a new car and have something. The car we were driving had 403,000 miles on it.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're still driving it, but
and it failed.
But Fletcher Dodge heard about it and got Canaan the Hog Ford, and I said we feel like royalty every time we get in it. It's such a thrill to have we got knobs and buttons. We still don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things that I love the most when I ask somebody to come on the show is the opportunity to learn more about their story. So I've learned about the touchdown that you scored as an official Arkansas Razorback. I learned about your tour across the state last year on your birthday. I got to watch that where you met the governor. What was that like?
I did.
Well, we know, of course, we call him Asa, so we probably shouldn't. Governor Asa. We've known him for his whole tenure, and he has just been part of the family. He's been so good and welcoming. Lieutenant Governor Tim Griffin let Canaan open the Senate one day.
Yeah, Tim's a great person.
Yeah.
They do.
So we actually got to go in the Capitol about 4 or 5 times during the shutdown to do some different things, and we brought Governor Asa watermelon.
Yeah.
Cave City watermelon.
Cave City watermelon.
That overrated him. Yes, I did.
Oh.
It makes it eat.
They're the sweetest in Arkansas, right?
And then they really are. They've been proven scientifically. So
proven, okay.
We're not just making that up.
Yes.
So we actually did another watermelon giveaway this year, raising some money for the Youth Home Charity, and the grand prize winner received a giant Cave City watermelon delivered by Canaan Sandy.
Yeah.
All right. How fun. Well, how are you handling all this celebrityism? Do you enjoy it? Is it something you like, or are there times where you just think it's too much?
Oh my goodness, it's amazing ever see this the whole my life, because Arkansas is good to me.
Yeah, all of Arkansas is good to us.
All Arkansas for me, we want me at football game is the sign.
When anybody comes and asks for a picture, it is a thrill for us. We love it. We can't really imagine anybody. We have no talents. We have no skills.
Right.
And yet people recognize us, and it's all because we are a product of other people's love.
We are.
Mm-hmm.
It's other people.
I would say
because of their love.
I would say there's another piece, and y'all know where I'm going with this. Truth is, you're a believer in Jesus Christ, and you are a miracle.
Absolutely.
Your story is a miracle. Right. And God allowed you to impact thousands now as a result. So I'd love to just know what Jesus means to you.
Canaan accepted Jesus as his Savior at the Passion Play in Branson, Missouri, several years ago.
I miss him so much.
I remember he started to cry, and as Jesus come down the aisle, Canaan reached out and said, "I give my heart to you, Jesus." And he's never looked back from that. I have never doubted his salvation at all. And we waited a little while before he was baptized.
I did.
And when we did do his baptism, it was in a family lake.
Yes.
With another cousin.
Right.
And they walked out on the lake, walked down into the lake to do the baptism. And just as they went to go under the water, something touched the water right behind Canaan, and this big swirl happened right behind them as Canaan went into the water. And people cried, people laughed, people cheered, and then we had a big barbecue.
That sounds awesome. I love it. Well,
yes, it was amazing.
It is amazing. And I just want to, couple things. One, I apologize to anybody for the quality of the video. We did test bandwidth on the front end, so we knew we needed to drop the quality a little bit. So you are seeing some blurriness. But because we're live, we actually have 3 people here that have put in some comments I want to read to y'all. So we have Brian Mills, who watches the show every week. Thanks, Brian. He says, "I can relate. It's much easier to be in a good mood when we are winning. I'm also a summer of 1982 baby. Woohoo! Thanks for coming out this morning, Canaan and Ginger." And then Heath Sharon says, "Great job, Canaan." And then Brian Mills came back and said, "You both do have talents and skills. You bring light to a lot of people. That is powerful." And I think I want to reiterate what Brian said. I want to reiterate what Brian said. You make people smile. You make people happy. And yesterday when I posted the tweet about you being on the show, when you retweeted it, I love all of the support that you get. It's just so powerful, the impact that you have in Hog Nation. So you definitely make people smile.
Amazing.
Thank you so much.
You talked about Canaan being a miracle. God has seen us through so much. You know, the last 2 years, Canaan has had 7 strokes. He had a hole to tear in his heart. He almost died from a massive gallbladder stone that actually caused him to quit breathing and to go into shock. And through God's grace, he started breathing again. And I got him to the hospital. He was 11 days in intensive care. And that was 3 years ago. And then last year, he had knee surgery. And he had a blood clot to get into his spinal cord to shut off his stomach. And for 6 months, his stomach barely worked on its own. So we spent a lot of COVID trying to figure out what was wrong with his stomach. And then the day we figured out what was wrong, things started working. The next day, couldn't walk. We had to have knee surgery.
Oh my goodness.
So last year was a challenge. I would have thought we couldn't do it. 9 weeks, he couldn't put his foot on the floor. And so there was a lot of long nights, a lot of pain. He couldn't take the pain medicine, so there was a lot of pain into him. But Dr. Jimmy Tucker being on speed dial and God's grace and so many prayers, he got us through that. And then, COVID and all, Canaan's health issues, we didn't totally quit going out. I mean, we did the precautions. Mm-hmm. We wore the masks. We did the hand sanitizing. We tried to not be in contact with people for any great length of time. And Canaan came up with COVID-free hugs. So evidently they worked because he didn't get
I saw those.
Yeah, so
we
made yes, absolutely.
I want to hug you so bad. I wish.
We made 4 trips. We made 4 trips to Texas, 1 trip to Kansas to see recruits, 3 trips to Oklahoma to see recruits.
Yep.
So those were wonderful things. We let the coaches know we were coming. Oh my goodness, they gave us sideline passes. They special parking. The teams would line up to get their pictures taken. So all of the schools have been so good to us, and what a thrill to get to go and cheer on young men who have talents that we don't have, but who are also loved by the Hogs. You're loved by the Hogs. You're loved by the Sandys.
I love it. Well, Laura from Pennsylvania chimed in and said, Canaan, you are a true inspiration. And I would agree with that.
Yeah.
So we're almost out of time. Yo, go ahead.
Okay. I was just going to say, Canaan is also in the Arkansas 4-H Hall of Fame.
I saw that.
Yes.
Yes, I did.
Canaan showed pigs nationally.
Show pigs.
After people told us he couldn't, and he wound up being a national winner showing pigs. And so we really missed that part of our life.
We did good.
And we've called the Hogs on the
we're going to finish with the Hog Call, so
U.S. Capitol State. Yes. Oh, we got it. So everywhere we've gone, we've called the Hogs, and whether they wanted us to or not. So whenever we're at a recruit, if we're in Texas and a recruit makes a touchdown, we so people hear a lot of hog calls.
Well, I love it. Well, I am so appreciative of your time here today. I love what you're doing. Keep it up. And if you're okay with it, I would love to finish with a hog call. Does that sound good?
Let's take it fast.
You want to do the full 3 or just one? Okay, let's go. Pig, Stewie.
Pig, Stewie.
Pig, Stewie, Razorbacks. All right. Thank you all so much for your time. God bless you, Canaan. You are a miracle. Keep being you. And on that note,
when you
win the day.
When you got God, you win the day.
Every day.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. I miss you.
Love you all.
Love you.
That's it.